Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are finishing up our stay here in San Francisco, heading to Emeryville to hop on one of our favorite Amtrak routes down to Los Angeles. This is the start of another epic train journey coast to coast across the USA. We will take 4 trains to go from Los Angeles to New York City. Along the way, we will stop and enjoy some of the beauty each city has to offer. Grab the beverage of your choice and join us as we at the start of this journey on the Coast Starlight. All right, so we got on the train and they were still serving breakfast, so we ran over here real quick, sat down and grabbed some breakfast. So we're enjoying that as we're leaving San Francisco area and arrived here into the Oakland area, and we'll keep going on south. So good.
All right, we are settled on the Coast Starlight. So excited today. We hopped on. They were closing down breakfast like 5 minutes later, so we ran down there. Now we got to our room, which is room 2. And the good news is we're going to be on the good side, because the good side is the west side. So traveling south, we're in room 2. That was the good side. I don't know if it's always going to be that way, but that's how it is today. So we're excited for those views later. But I was going to give you a quick catch up on what we paid for this trip. We paid $202 total for the roomette for 2 people. And that was a pretty good deal. I think we used like a companion coupon to get that down from about $250 or so. Now, we're not staying the night on this train, so we're only using it for like daytime use. We're not going to be sleeping overnight, but we do get all the meals and we get our own private viewing window, so that was pretty good. When I looked at the cost of business class or coach class, it was going to be about the same price to do that. So we just said, we'll do this and have a little of our own space to view from, and it's going to work out great.
All right, guys, we have arrived here into Salinas, California, heading down the coast. Looking forward to some great views coming up in just a few hours. Gonna hop off after stretching my legs out here on the platform, and I'm going to grab some lunch. Rob and I are gonna have some lunch, and then we're gonna walk around the train, show you guys what that looks like, and then we are also gonna give you a tour of our room. Even though we're not sleeping in it today, we'll give you guys a tour of what it looks like. Okay, it is lunchtime. We're just pulling out of Salinas, California, and I thought what better thing than to have a nice hamburger. So I'm gonna eat my burger. Got all the veggies here, got cheese, and this coleslaw for Amtrak is probably one of my favorites. It's got a nice sweet taste to it, and then you also get Terra chips with it as well. Those are really good too. And you know, I've had the burger several times on Amtrak, and I've never gotten onions, and I absolutely love red onions, so I'm excited about having the lettuce, tomato, and onion on there. And then they give you little packets. Got some mayonnaise and some ketchup, and there's also some mustard. And Rob is actually got the same exact thing. He's got a burger as well with the chips and the onions and all the veggies, and his coleslaw too. So we're gonna prepare these and eat these. We decided we'd drink some water, got some cold water also from the dining car. So we're gonna do that, enjoy the views, and continue on this incredible journey on the Coast Starlight.
Okay, as she said, I also got the burger. The other choices were a Caesar salad, artisan grilled cheese, or savory chili. But today, it's burger time. Amtrak, I think, has the best burgers of any train I've ever been on.
All right, guys, so we are on the Coast Starlight, and we are headed we hopped on in Emeryville, heading down to Los Angeles, and we're just riding around here in California, enjoying these views and just enjoying a nice leisurely time here on the train, since we're not responsible for anything. We're just riding in the train. That's one of the things that we love about it. But we like to get the roomette. It's easy, it's economical, and it's private. And so let me show you around here just a little bit of what's available. So I'm going to show you my seat right here. Let's take a look at this panel over my shoulder. So right here is an outlet. It is the only outlet that you will find in the room. So we usually have our, well, we always have our power block with us, and it's actually a universal adapter, but we use it in the US as well because it has 4 USB ports in it, which is great because we can plug in 5 electronics actually on that. We could put 4 in USB and 1 with the regular outlet, and it goes in here easy breezy. And then here is a temperature control. Now this isn't a drastic change, it's very mild, but you can cool the room down just a little bit. Like we've got it right now, it's a warmer time of the day, so it's a little bit warmer, and the room temperature will change, you know, from day to night. During the daytime when the sun is shining on your room, it's going to be a little bit colder, and at night it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a little bit warmer. During the night it's going to be a little bit colder. Said those backwards, but you can always switch this to a little bit warmer if you want, if you get cold. And then here is a reading light. Tap that, turn it on and off. So that's this seat here. See, that's what it looks like here, and it's a nice wide seat, which is very nice. And then at night, this seat and the one right across from it, you hit the switch here, press on that, pull on this bar under here, and you do the same thing on the other side. Pull them, and this turn into your bed for the nighttime. I'll show you where the mattress is for that in just a second. Now, on this side, you've got a little trash can down here, and then you've got a closet right here. It's a small closet. It's narrow, but enough to hang a couple of things. And then they do provide you with washcloth and hand towels in the rooms. And then if you're going to take a shower, they have bath towels, clean bath towels downstairs in the shower, which Rob will show you in just a little bit. Now, just outside the closet, you're going to find a coat hook outside the closet as well. So if you don't want to hang it inside because you don't want to forget it, hang it out here, or you can also hang it on this one right here. So it gives you a couple of options. So that's that side. There is a tray table in between. If you've seen us eat our meals in our room, this table not only folds out, but it also has 2 flaps that folds that way. So it literally takes up this whole space here in the middle, and you've got your space underneath. So that's great to have that there. We've got some great views here of California out the window. So let me show you the other side. This is the other seat here, and then on this side you've got control of the lights. And again, these are just tap, so there's off. You can turn the ceiling lights on or the night light on, and these are the only controls. So the person up above needs to decide what they want, or they're gonna have to climb under the person that's down below. This one, if you hold it, it calls the attendant, and then another light here, reading light. Okay, so these are the steps to go upstairs, which I'll show you in just a second. During the day, we just kind of throw our stuff here. So you've got one step here, but this will hang on one of the coat clips, so that'll be out of the way. And then this is the other step right here. This bag we store underneath the seats during the night so that it's out of the way. Otherwise, Rob's going to trip on that when he's coming down from the bed. The other things that we've got down here is got a nice mirror here. So if you want to brush your hair or see what you look like before you walk out of the room, you can see that right there. And then there's a reading light up here for Rob. And then you've got your air control up here. Now, this is where you open and close your vents. So if you're really cold, you can shut that all together. And if the person sleeping upstairs is going to get cold easily, you'll want to, you know, at least close it halfway because it'll get cold. But Rob doesn't get cold, so he always keeps it open. So that keeps us nice and cool during the day. And then up here is the bed upstairs. Ta-da! And then up here, so this here is the mattress for the upstairs. This right here is the mattress that you pull and put downstairs when you're ready to sleep. But during the day, you store it there so it's out of the way. And then back here, you've got this netting. It goes all the way across, and it gives you plenty of places to put things if you want to put some things up there, and just kind of store some things like your glasses or snacks or whatever, so that you don't have to worry about those at night. So I'm going to leave you with some views here. Rob's going to take you guys over to the restrooms and the showers and show you a little bit more of the train. So let's take a quick look at the bathroom and shower situation. When you get downstairs, there are 3 bathrooms and 1 shower / dressing room down here. So let's take a quick peek at the shower area. They do provide you with soap, washcloths, and clean towels as well. There's a place where you can drop those in the shower stall. You've got a nice basic shower here. You can remove that head if you like and adjust the temperature inside. So nice and spacious and safe. Let's take a peek in the bathroom. Don't forget to lock that door. Look for that light to come on when you get in there. Little trash bin in the corner, toilet, and the best part of these bathrooms is the sink. You press and the water does stay on instead of having to hold it down like in the Superliner 2s. Now let's take a look at the rest of the train. All right, we're back at another fresh air break. This is San Luis Obispo here in California, getting ready to see all the pretty stuff. Not that we haven't seen pretty stuff, but we're about to hit the water, which is the coast, which is what this train is named after.
That's why we're here.
Okay, so we're getting some beautiful views here. You can eat in the dining room, but today, because we're in a room where you're getting these views that you can see out the window, we thought, let's not risk it. Since we can see it from our room, we might as well enjoy our dinner and enjoy these gorgeous views out the window. So I picked the salmon, the Atlantic salmon. Look at how nice and crisp that looks, with a nice salad here, quinoa salad and ancient grains. We've got some green beans and some carrots, and this sauce is, I've had this one before and it's just really good. That sauce is real good. And then they also gave us a roll today. They don't always give you a roll, but we got a roll as well. So let me take a bite of this salmon, which I already know is good, but let's do it anyways and just make sure that it's still good. You're not gonna beat that. Eating a delicious meal and enjoying these gorgeous views. All right, we just stepped off the train. We're trying to find good lighting. It's just a challenge sometimes, but it feels really nice out here. Getting some fresh air, getting a little cool breeze, right?
Yeah, the temperature is great. It's California, you can't complain at all.
Right. And we just passed some beautiful views, but the best is yet to come, right?
I think it is.
Yes, so the best views are between Santa Barbara and Oxnard. Make sure you do that portion of the trip and you're gonna get the very best views on the Coast Starlight. So you're on these trains for a long time. When you get these fresh air breaks, take them, move your legs, stretch out a little bit so you don't retain a bunch of water sitting around eating a bunch of stuff. I did see one guy brought his jump rope. He was out here doing a jump rope. We like to walk quickly up and down the platform. And I've also seen people jogging up and down the platform. So there's lots of different things that you can do to get moving when you get out here. There's Rob. He's jogging past me. right, we made it to Burbank, California. The Coast Starlight. We're ready to relax now and walk around, enjoy some time here before we hop on the next train. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride. So we found this amazing local hole in the wall and we are trying this food. It's pretty authentic, I think. Let's try it. All right. These are carnitas tacos. Let's see if we can eat these in a decent way.
Alexa brought us to Lake Hollywood Park, and on this side of the park you have a view of the Hollywood sign, and on this side of the park you have a view of downtown LA. So pretty great place to come.
And on this side of the park you have a view of Alexa. All right, so we had a great meal here at the Formosa Cafe. It is the oldest Chinese restaurant here in West Hollywood. If you come to this area, absolutely have to eat here. It's been around since the late 1930s. It is iconic here, and a lot of the old stars would come and visit and eat here. All their pictures are inside and signed. So put this on your list of places to visit. It is a must, and it is absolutely delicious.
Hey guys, we are about to head on one of Amtrak's iconic rides from LA to Chicago on the Southwest Chief.
All right, so we'll be taking the Southwest Chief from Los Angeles, California, all the way to the windy city of Chicago. Since we are hopping on in the terminus city of Los Angeles, we are able to board about 30 minutes early, and I just love to watch the train as it arrives to the station. We are alerted by our Metropolitan Lounge attendant when to head to the track and prepare for boarding. And after everyone has boarded, we are cleared and ready to leave the station, and we are certainly eager to check out the views as we leave the city. There are lots of great views from both sides of the train of the city of Los Angeles as you pull away, and you are quickly out of town after just a few short minutes. The Southwest Chief is a 2,265-mile ride that takes you through California, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, and finally into Illinois. It gives you a great view of the American West. We'll make our way through the deserts, mountains, ranches, missions, and pueblos, as well as the wheat fields as we approach our destination city of Chicago. This is a 3-day train journey. The Southwest Chief has been known as the Train of the Stars. We do like to head straight to the observation car upon boarding the train to enjoy some of the sights from both sides of the train. Remember, the Sightseer Lounge, also known as the observation car, is open to both sleeper car passengers as well as coach passengers. There are seats facing the window for great views, and you can even sit in there and get some work done or enjoy your meal at the tables provided in this train car. After a bit, we head back to our room to prepare for our first meal on the train, which is dinner. On this train, the dining car attendant comes by your room to make reservations for dinner. Now remember, you may have to sit with someone that you don't know, so you can always opt to have your meal in your room if you prefer. They've got the white tablecloths out for us as well as real flowers on the table. Our dining car attendant, Jeff, even had some lovely music playing in the background as we enjoyed our dinner. We are served warm rolls before our appetizers arrive, and I also enjoy a complimentary glass of wine with my dinner. Rob got the green chili cheese tamale, and per usual, I've chosen the lobster crab cake for my appetizer. We both ordered steak, which is cooked to order. Rob got his with a baked potato, while I got mine with cheesy polenta. Both meals came out perfect. Chef did a great job at preparing all of our food as we ordered them. Now for dessert, we both chose the cheesecake with fresh strawberries on top. The food was absolutely delicious. As I mentioned, the chef and the food specialists on this particular train were excellent. They did a great job at not just preparing the food the way you ordered it, but also doing a beautiful job at plating your food as well.
It is getting late and day one is in the books, so we better go to bed soon because we do want to get up for breakfast. So it's going to be lights out now and we will see you in the morning.
Well, good morning. Breakfast is from 6:30 to 9 and it is almost 8. So I think we've lazed around enough this morning and we're gonna head on down to breakfast. We woke up in the middle of the desert here in Arizona. Already been through several Route 66 towns and even Petrified Forest National Park. So we're gonna go down and see what kind of views we can get from the dining car while we eat breakfast. All right, so at breakfast, you do have a selection of assorted juices, as well as your choice of coffee or tea or water or any combination of any of those. You can also order a soft drink as your beverage for those of you who prefer that in the morning. We've got some great sights to enjoy as we await our breakfast. I chose the railroad French toast with a side of bacon, and I got my syrup on top, so it's sugar on sugar. And Rob ordered the scrambled eggs with pork sausage, and he also gets the side of potatoes and a croissant with his meal as well. Both our breakfasts were delicious as always, and they did exceed our expectations. Okay, this is actually our first fresh air break that we can take advantage of. There was one, but it was kind of in the middle of the night, so we decided to not do those in the middle of the night. So we're out here in Gallup, New Mexico, and it's a little bit windy, and it feels really nice out here. Just enjoying some of the views of the Route 66 towns as we ride through. All right, made it to Albuquerque, and this is a little bit longer fresh air break, so we get to walk around. This is a nice platform. You can walk around here. If you've got plenty of time here, you can also walk to the grocery store if you're looking for some snacks, or if there's anything that you need, you can walk over there and get some snacks for yourself. There's a big crew change here as well, so that takes some time. So that's one of the other reasons why this particular stop takes a little bit longer, and it's quite nice. On the weekends, they usually have vendors out here. They don't have them out here today, but they usually have vendors out here on the platform, all kinds of fun kind of homemade type things, rugs and blankets and jewelry and things along those lines. So lots of options here in Albuquerque. Usually get a much longer fresh air break.
Alright, just as we're leaving Albuquerque, we are going to eat some lunch. We had our lunch delivered to us in the room here. We thought we'd watch while we eat while we watch the sights go by. I chose the Amtrak cheeseburger. Now, I have, in the last couple of months, had cheeseburgers on several train lines, including Europe, including the UK. And so I've compared all these cheeseburgers, and I think this is the best one. Second would be the Caledonian Sleeper, but they're a little bit small. So if you want cheeseburger on Amtrak, this is a great one. So I'm gonna dig into this and see how it is today, but from prior experience, I know it's gonna be pretty good. Ooh, this feels real good. That is cooked perfectly. The chef on this train, the Southwest Chief, is amazing. All the food, I think, is like one level up from where it normally is. Southwest Chief, crew, you're doing a great job.
Okay, Rob may be a burger aficionado. I am a grilled cheese aficionado. So I'm having the artisan grilled cheese, and it's got turkey in there and the cheese in there. And that's going to be really good. I've had it before. It is quite tasty. And then you do get the taro chips and the delicious coleslaw, which is really good on Amtrak. One of my favorites, because I like my coleslaw a little bit sweet. I don't know about you, but I like my coleslaw a little bit sweet. And this one is perfect. So let me actually go ahead and take a bite of the sandwich, because it looks really good. It's got like crispy cheese on the outside. Oh yeah. Very good.
Okay, we have to have a quick talk about these taro chips though. Because I've been eating these taro chips for a while now on Amtrak, and I just found out those are not potato chips. Those are just cut up vegetables. You've been fooling me. So apparently I like vegetables now. I can't get away with that excuse. Those are pretty good. In my defense, they are kind of covered in salt, but they're still pretty good. All right, time for a quick room tour, and we are in a Superliner 1 roomette on this train. And so I'm gonna give you a quick look around the room. There are 2 seats, one on each side. One person will be facing forward and one person will be facing backward. And then at night, these seats fold down and they close this gap here and make one bed for the bottom person. So one person will sleep there, and I will be sleeping up here on this other bunk up here. But as for the person on the bottom level, there is one charger only. It's behind, we've got this big thing charged into it. And we've got that because ours comes with 4 USB ports. We'll leave a link to the description to get that if you want one of those. That is one of the best things you can have, because if you don't have something like that with you, you can only charge one thing the whole trip, and we all know that's not enough. So you also have some lights there and a hook to hang things there. And then down here, this is used for a little bit of storage, but this is also the steps to get up to the top bunk. So that is where I'll be climbing up to get up to the top bunk in a little bit. You do have a table here when you're not sitting. If you want to eat dinner in your room, you just pull that out like that, and these fold open. There's a checkerboard pattern in here, but I don't think checkers are included. But if you want to bring some, that is something you could definitely do. So I'm going to show you what the bunk looks like up here. To get it down, you just pull this little handle, and the whole thing comes right down. So this is my bunk, and all of the we keep all the sheets and stuff up there during the day, which is what it is right now. Now it is pretty tight up here, I will say that. So if one of you is claustrophobic, you definitely want to have that person on the bottom level. And someone who doesn't mind tight spaces will need to be up here, because it is tighter than you might think. But I don't mind it. I'm not claustrophobic at all. Now the Superliner, on the wall here, there is no window either, which the Viewliner has the windows. I do love that feature, but this one doesn't. It does have a nice little net here, which you can keep. I keep my headphones, some snacks. I've got goldfish and water up there for later tonight. And then there's another pouch over here that you can keep your glasses and your phone in. Now, interesting thing about this one, I've been in a lot of these roomettes before, and every single time this air vent is facing the other way, so the air blows out this way. But every other time I've been in a roomette, the air is blowing this way onto the people, and it becomes such a problem that people would bring like duct tape and put it over here, which would be this side, to stop it from going. But on this one, they've switched it, so I don't know if this is like an upgrade or like a reimagined room, or just a mistake, but they have switched this, and now at night the air bounces off the wall and just kind of makes the whole room cool, and it doesn't blow right on the person that's on the top bunk. So that's actually really cool. Even though I don't mind being cold, I know that that's something that a lot of people have had a problem with in the past, so that is a big upgrade. And then we've got these harnesses here, and on this particular one also, they are pretty they're pretty solid, like almost like a wall. Some of them, they're loose and they'll lay down like that, and you almost feel like it's not going to catch you, but it definitely will catch you. So that's it for this room. Oh, one other thing I did want to mention, you might have noticed, we have like, so this is my mattress here, this one, and then this is Allie's mattress, and it actually goes on the seats down there, but she thinks that these seats are so plush that she doesn't even need it. And these mattresses are pretty thin, so she's nice enough, she gives me her mattress, so I actually sleep with both mattresses up here, and she just puts the sheet on that bottom bunk. So if you have a little problem, if the person on top thinks it's a little bit too hard, that's also something you can do, but it does take away another extra 2 inches from your roof space, so that's something to keep in mind as well.
All right, so Rob gave you the room tour. That means I'm gonna give you the bathroom tour. We have a nice spacious bathroom here with the trash can in the corner. You do have the attendant button that you pull out instead of push in, and it's right near the flush button. Got a nice big, fairly spacious area, sink here, and you press it and the water runs, and then after a little bit it turns off on its own. You've got your paper towels here, a nice mirror to look at yourself in if you need to make any preparations, some seat covers, and the toilet paper right next to the sink area. You also have some tissue here if you need it, cups if you want to use those to rinse your mouth out when you brush your teeth, and then extra toilet paper is always stocked up above. I always take a peek at that real quick to make sure that I don't run out. Also, make sure that you note that they do have the bars that you can hang on to. The train can rock quite a bit, and there is a hook on the door as well. Be considerate of others, and don't forget to clean up after yourself. The light that alerts you that the door is locked is right next to the door. So let's head over to the showers. Now, the shower area, again, you want to make sure that you have checked that light, that it is on, and I always like to check it as well, the door, to make sure it is locked before I get started. They do provide you with soap, and as you note here on the box, make sure you toss it out after you have used it, because they are, of course, single use. They've got a lot of brand new ones right there for you to unwrap. A nice mirror if you need to look at yourself. You've got an outlet here if you want to dry your hair or fix it up or anything like that. There's a bag here. You've got your fresh towels outside, and then in this bag you put the ones that are used. There is a attendant button here as well. Again, you pull it, it is right by the shower door. There is a bar here as well that you can hang on to, as well as inside the shower. It is fairly spacious in here. You've got a hook on the back side and a nice bright light so you can see if you need to in there. And then to turn on the shower, there are 2 steps. You do, for the first step, you do want to go ahead and set your temperature. And then after you've set your temperature, then you want to go ahead and turn that switch on by pressing number 2. So there's the first one, step 1. They're marked for you just in case you forget. Set that temperature where you want it, and then you press that button. Step number 2, when you're ready to take your shower. The shower head is removable if you want to. You can also change the direction of it as well once you're inside and you get going. So you can just take that off and it hooks in there fairly easily, and you're good to go. Again, that handlebar on the inside of the shower as well. So you've got plenty of room in here to take care of business on the train. Okay, so the magical question everyone wants to know the answer to is, how much did we pay for our ride? And for this one, we paid $623, and we did use a companion coupon, which we get for being a part of the guest rewards, and we also get them with the Amtrak credit card. So there's a couple different ways that you can earn those. So we used the companion coupon, paid the $623 for the Southwest Chief from terminus to terminus, so we're riding it the entire distance. We did book this several months ago, and we are not traveling at, you know, the busiest time of the year, so that does help to save some money as well. When you're traveling, when you're trying to book your tickets, usually you want to book as far in advance as possible. That's when the prices are going to be considerably less. All right, so we are in Raton, New Mexico. We are not very far from the border of Colorado, so we'll be excited to get across the border there. It's warm here, but there is quite a bit of breeze. You are out in the open here, kind of in the desert area. And also, as you're riding on the train, you want to look out the windows, because there are some, definitely some wildlife to be keeping an eye out for. We've seen some elk, we've seen some other animals running around, and we've also seen some deer too in packs running around, so that's been kind of cool. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Make sure you take a peek out the windows as you're riding along.
stopped in Kansas City for a mid-morning break, and it's a beautiful station. If you get a chance to get out here, stay the night or something, this is one of the most beautiful stations in the country. Now, over here is a barbecue place called Jack Stack, and we've eaten there one day when we were late over here. You can walk right over this bridge to get there, and there goes the BNSF train. So great barbecue right here you can walk around to, but we're only here for a short time. We're trying to make up a little bit of time, and we're hopping right back on right now and heading to Chicago.
Okay, we are on our final fresh air break here at Fort Madison, Iowa. We got the Mississippi on the other side of the train, as you saw of us driving into this stop, but a really interesting one, even though it's going to be a quick break for us today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that there was Fort Madison, Iowa. It was a nice little break back there, folks. Now we're headed underway to our next scheduled stop. But before that, if you take a peek over on the right-hand side of the train, swivel your neck over to the left-hand side, you're gonna see a big body of water. That there is Mark Twain's very own mighty Mississippi River. Once we get over that majestic river, we will have departed the state of Iowa and entered into a state of Illinois. That's where that next scheduled station stop will take place. It's called Galesburg. Greater Galesburg, Illinois. It's a fine railroad town. That should be in about 50 minutes. Thank you, folks, for traveling Amtrak here on the Southwest Sheep.
It is about 6 o'clock and we're walking to this hotel downtown Chicago in the Loop. It's an easy walk, and in fact, one time we stayed here, it's our second time here at the La Quinta, and our train was really late. We got in at 3 a.m., had to do this walk, and it was totally fine. So if you're gonna stay here, no matter what time of night, I think this is a perfectly acceptable walk to do in Chicago. All right, made it into our room at the La Quinta, and it's amazing. This is huge room for Chicago. So much space in here, so we're happy with that. Couldn't really do better close to the train station. Also, it is 90 degrees outside here. It's May. We were here just a couple days ago and it was 60, so it's supposed to be 60 tomorrow also, so we'll see about that. Okay, the age-old dilemma. So when you're in Chicago, we're thinking we want pizza, Chicago pizza, right? Yep. I like Giordano's, you like? Gino's East. So we thought we'd compromise and go to a completely different place today. We're gonna go to Lou Malnati's. So we're gonna try that out. Because a lot of you suggested it. So that's right. If you've been to one of those three, or one of those three is your favorite, let us know in the comments which one it is. We'll see if we agree with you. After we try this one, we'll have had them all. That's right. All right, so we did it. We ate at Lou Malnati's. We had one slice left over. And what did you think? It was really good. I think it's my new favorite. It's topped Gino's East for me, and my favorite new Chicago pizza place. What about you? It does not top my favorite, which is Giordano's, but I will put it in second place of the 3 places to eat here. So it did move up the list for me, and it moved to the top of the list for you. Top of the list, that's where I'm going. So definitely recommend coming here if you haven't tried it. Give it a shot. We are in Chicago, and as you can see, this is the beginning of Route 66. Get ready to hop on with us. All right, we are at Cloud Gate, known as the Bean here in Chicago. It almost, from this angle, which is my favorite angle to take a picture, it almost looks like it's like a snow globe. It's really cool, but this is my favorite angle of all the angles to take a picture here at the Bean. But this is one of the most iconic places to take a super touristy picture, but how can you resist? Hey guys, hanging out here in the Metropolitan Lounge in Chicago, getting ready to board our train, the Capital Limited, headed to Washington, D.C. Yeah, this pasta and meatballs is definitely my favorite meal of the flexible dining. That or the braised beef, they're both good, so I like both of those. Okay, so this is the only time I've ever seen this on any Amtrak train, and it is a bathroom and a shower in one. So I'm standing in the shower right now, as you can see, and it has a little knob there for you, and this part swivels, and I'm in the shower, but we also have a toilet. So normally you have a shower and you have just like a little dressing room, and this is on the upper floor, so I've never seen a shower on the upper floor, and there's also a shower on the lower floor too in this car, so that's pretty cool. This is actually the same sized bathroom that there normally is in a Superliner, just with the shower attached, and that's actually good because it gives you a little more width here when you're using the bathroom. But just the normal things that you usually have: sink with water that you gotta hold down like that, and that one's not working, so just cold water today maybe, and changing table, bars for all this. So yeah, pretty unique bathroom, never seen it like this before. So. For this leg of the trip from Chicago to DC, we used points to get this roomette, and it cost us a total of 16,000 points. So we're about to arrive into DC and see what kind of fun we can have there.
All right, so that's a wrap on the Capital Limited. We arrived here in Washington, DC in this beautiful Union Station. We're headed to walk over to our hotel, and we'll be ready to explore the streets.
Okay, so that took us about 7 minutes. It wasn't a bad walk. It's pretty much all the way downhill, and totally an easy walk to make. If you want to go to the Hyatt Regency, you can do it. We were hauling around both of our suitcases and backpacks and had no problem. It's about 8 o'clock at night, and it took us what? Not very many minutes at all.
6 minutes.
Yeah, so
one of us is sweating, one of us is not sweating.
I'm always sweating though, so it wasn't hard. It was downhill. It's just that I'm always warm. So we're gonna head into the hotel and see what it looks like.
All right, guys, let's take a walk through the room here. As you walk into the room, we've got a nice closet here. It's a small closet, but it's enough to put your suitcase in, and they've got a little lockbox in there for you. You walk right into the bathroom, and you find we've got a pedestal sink. Now, there is a nice shelf here in order to place all your toiletries, so, you know, there's a little space on each side of the pedestal sink, and then up here as well to put all your toiletries. You've got your commode, and this bathtub, and there is a bathtub, not just a shower in this one, which is kind of nice to have that. And you've got your shelves here with your towels and your hair dryers and such. Now, if you are coming with a family and you need a couple of rooms, they do have the rooms that open up with the door in between them here. So that's really nice to have as well, a nice option if you're coming with a big family or a big group. We've got a king size room here, and so we've got a couple of nightstands, and it really looks like a nice comfortable bed. We've already kind of felt that a little bit with our hand, feels pretty good. And then what I find to be, I think, a ridiculously large TV, but we're not complaining about a large TV because that just seems wrong. We've got some nice drawers here to put some things if you want to unpack, if you're the unpacking kind of person. And then you've got a great big desk here to work at with lots of outlets. for you to plug various things in if you need to do any kind of meetings or anything like that. And then a little mini fridge, which I think they used to use back in the day as the mini bars instead, but you can open those and put your own beverages in there if you like. And then they also have a little coffee bar over here, and you do have access to their Starbucks coffee here as well. So that's kind of nice. And then the views here are basically, we're on the 11th floor in this room, so all of the views are going to be of the surrounding office buildings all around us, as you can see here. We did pay $84 for this room, and it depends really, the price is always going to be different depending on the time of year that you come, and also will depend if there's conventions and different things like that. So always keep that in mind as you're booking and comparing your pricing and things like that. That the price is driven up a little bit if they're in high demand.
Hello. Oh, it's free? Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, guys, so another great reason why you should stay near Union Station is because you can hop on the circulator bus, which you just saw us get on. There was actually nobody on it when we got on it. We were the first people on. It's free to ride, and it goes all the way up and down and around the mall area. It takes you to all the stops. We got on at stop number 1, which is at Union Station, and then we got off here at the Jefferson Memorial. We've been to DC tons of times. This is actually our first time stopping over here at the Washington Memorial. It's usually under construction, which it still is, but we're here to check it out. We're going to bring you guys with us to see it also for the first time with us, and let's take a look around. So you saw we rode the metro, and we also took the bus, which is over here over my shoulder. Just dropped us off here at the Udvar-Hazy Center. It took about an hour and 45 minutes from the city center to this area out here in Chantilly, Virginia, and we're excited to head inside and take a look at what they've got. We're in Washington, D.C. at Union Station, getting ready to hop on the Acela. So starting out our time here at Union Station in the Metropolitan Lounge, gonna grab a little bit of coffee and relax here before we take off. So let's take a quick look at the Metropolitan Lounge. They have done a few upgrades, added some snack area, a water machine, and they also have now the drink refrigerator in the corner. And it looks like they've rearranged the furniture just a little bit in here. Not a lot done during their renovations, mostly in the drink area over to the side. So after leaving the lounge, it is time to board the train, and we do get priority boarding because we were in the lounge, and we do have access to the lounge because of our guest rewards status. Normally you would only be able to go in there if you have first class tickets on the Acela, but because we have status, then we are able to access the lounge. So we get onto the train here. We are riding in business class. There's business class and first class. We are riding in business class today. So we board the train and we pass the bathroom here. The seats are arranged in seats of 4 or side by side. Just depends on which direction you want to be facing, the direction of travel or away. We get comfy into our seats, and before too long, it is time to take off, and we head out from the nation's capital, going north to New York City. Although the Acela is a high-speed train, it does not operate at its highest speed during this portion of the trip. It is a 226-mile-long route from DC to New York City. Usually it takes about 2.5 hours, or close sometimes to 2 hours and 45 minutes, just depend on traffic on the rails and on how many people are getting on and off the train. There are several stops along the way from Washington, D.C. to New York, starting out with 2 stops in Baltimore, Maryland, stopping at Thurgood Marshall Airport, BWI, and at Penn Station, Baltimore Penn Station. Then on to Wilmington. From there, we stop at the 30th Street Station in Philadelphia, and then Trenton, New Jersey, Metro Park, New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, and then into Moynihan Train Hall. Trains can fill up pretty quickly, specifically on like Monday mornings, and then in the afternoon towards the end of the week, like Thursdays and Fridays. So keep an eye out for that. There are a lot of trains coming in and up and down, in and out in these directions. So make sure you check the schedule because there are tons of options.
ladies and gentlemen, now arriving Baltimore. This is Baltimore Penn Station. Please watch your step. Exit the train, Baltimore Penn Station.
I saw a conductor walk by.
Yeah, walk by.
Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, have your attention, please. Next station stop, Wilmington, Delaware. Wilmington, Delaware will be next. Please watch your step, exit the train. Wilmington, Delaware. Now arriving Wilmington, Delaware. Please watch your step, exit the train. Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, why not? Okay. We're sick. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, if,
There was a younger.
She's older, Carol.
Oh,
I'm sorry. No,
and after, there was another.
sorry about that. Thank you.
Gentlemen, the station stop is Philadelphia's 30th Street Station. Once again, this station stop is Philadelphia's 30th Street Station. Thank you for riding Amtrak's high-speed Acela Express train 2164. Please watch your steps. There's always a gap. Once again, this is Philadelphia's 30th Street Station.
There is a cafe car available to all passengers, so we are taking advantage of that and getting some lunch slash dinner. I don't know what you call that. But we'll grab some sandwiches here. We had some chips with us from the Metropolitan Lounge in DC, as well as a soda. So we actually only ended up each buying a sandwich and a hot dog on the train, which was nice. So we enjoy that, as we are also enjoying the beautiful views along the way. As I mentioned earlier, there is a first class which comes with a meal service, and the cafe car is also available to the first class passengers should they choose to purchase some food as well. But also the business class passengers are using that cafe. We see so many great sights along the way. There's so many beautiful things to see in all of these great big cities as we travel through Baltimore, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and bringing us into New York.
Please take the remaining time to check around your seats and overheads for your personal belongings. When exiting from this train, please watch your step. There will be a gap between the train and the station's platform. Metro Park will be next. Ladies and gentlemen, now arriving Metro Park. This is Metro Park. Please watch your step. Metro Park. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? This station stop is going to be Newark, New Jersey, downtown Newark, New Jersey. Please watch your step. There will be a gap between the train and the station's platform. North New Jersey, North Penn Station, downtown North New Jersey. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now arriving in New York City Penn Station. Please be mindful of the gap between the train and platform. This is New York. Once again, now arriving in New York City.